Oh, forgot my ritual. Heavy melee after every little mission briefing thing about what's up, ladies and gents, and welcome back to some more Mass Effect 3 multiplayer gameplay, where today we're going to be actually, I guess we kind of already did this guy, but I made a few changes, and plus I have not accounted for the Vanguard buffs that happened, so charge is hitting much harder. I'm not sure. I don't think I did this when they buffed the power and weapon synergies. I'm not too sure on that one. Probably should know better than to try to heavy melee Geth Hunter while he's in cloak. Probably not gonna happen too well. But anyway, Vanguard charge hits much harder. Obviously, I pretty much already covered that. There's really no need to talk about that. But one of the changes that I have not talked about is the recent, actually I shouldn't say recent, this happened a while ago, is they buffed the Falcon, sort of. Maybe depending on how you look at it. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. But what they did was they made the Falcon much lighter, and so I think if you at least have 1 point in the weight capacity stuff, then you can expect I think about a 161% recharge bonus. So pretty much, it solidifies the Falcon's place as a caster weapon instead of being, you know, a little too heavy for what it does or doesn't do, so on and so forth. Oh god, that Phase Disruptor is so good. So unfortunately, it's not as good as it was, you know, back in the day when it was first released. No, I don't think we'll ever see that. Even if you put on the Destroyer with all the fancy rate of fire bonuses, it is not that good. I mean, it's still pretty good, but anyway, the buff pretty much solidifies its position as the, you know, a caster weapon and caster support weapon, and what a damn good caster and support weapon it is. Use the Falcon, guaranteed stagger each and every time. Make sure your power's it. Never have to worry about anything dodging your abilities ever again. I mean, though they still have a little bit ways to go to improve the netcode of the game for people who are playing on bad hosts. Though if you're playing on a good host, probably not going to notice it too much. So what I have changed since the last Slayer video was I switched Phase Disruptor for armor damage, so that I can be more competitive in an unknown environment, and plus it'll give me that extra boss killing power, because all the bosses have armor. It's a pain in my ass. And if you're using Disruptor ammo to set up tech bursts, if you can get a Disruptor proc on an enemy, you pretty much will strip the shields of any ground level enemy, guaranteed, except maybe a pyro. I'm not actually, well, I guess when I find a pyro we'll find out. So switched it to armor damage. Everything is more or less the same, although I did go pretty much full. I'll save the spec talk for the end of the video, but now since the Falcon is so light, and then you get all your weight reduction talents, it means you can carry a Talon with the ultralight materials, and that will pretty much guarantees super fast recharge speed, and plus if you've got to kill a Banshee by yourself or something to that effect, you will not be completely useless, because the Falcon, as always, even when it was still really good, was not that great of a boss killer. Wait for this asshole to... Then can we teleport to... Yeah, you can use the teleport to go through levels. You still have to be close to it. Don't forget you can use heavy melee to teleport around as well, so that you won't get all backed up. Oh, probably should be careful with that. See, you can still clear out a crowd in a hurry if necessary. Everything in here has been stripped of their shields. Yeah, I was not content with mediocrity against bosses. I had to fix that, switch to armor damage, and I think you don't have to necessarily use armor damage. I mean, it's depending on, you know, what you want to do. So you could supplement or make up for the fact that you'd be weak against armor with Phase Disruptor for with using, like, let's say incendiary ammo and trying to go for fire explosions. But I like this way. This is a good way to go. And plus, you know, with the Reapers, practically everything they have is armor, and that is a pain in the ass. Probably not going to get fire explosions off of them, especially if you're using a shield damage Phase Disruptor. And Phase Disruptor is one of the best, probably the best ability in the game for setting off fire explosion. I guess maybe not as good as arc grenades, but it's definitely it's a top tier ability for detonating, you know, cryo, fire, tech explosions. Very good. Now, pretty much, as you can kind of tell right off the bat, is this class is staggers on top of staggers on top of staggers. I mean, Biotic Charge, AoE, staggers up to 3 guys. Phase Disruptor, stagger everything it hits. Where'd that rocket come from? Oh, it went that way, tricksy bastard. Phase Disruptor staggers everything, and you combine that with the rank 5 fitness shield regen delay talent with the multi-capacitor for another 15%. And if you're in a position where you have to, like, let's say like this, you got 2 Geth primes way off in the distance, probably not a good idea to charge that. You'll still be able to Phase Disruptor fairly consistently. I should probably detonate explosions for him. Plus, you can always do this. That'll work. Charge, keep it close quarters, and then I lost my train of thought. Oh, Geth Prime and getting butt. Oh, Flamer and Phase Disruptor spec for armor. Yeah, that would probably be a pretty nasty combo. And one of the great things about the Falcon is that, I mean, it's a very good weapon for dispensing ammo effects. Definitely one of the best. It doesn't go all the time. Like it seems like that if you can get a good center mass shot with a Talon, usually procs its effects. The Falcon's not that good, but it's still pretty good. I mean, if you shoot something, you usually count on maybe 75% of the time, which is not too bad. Staggers on top of staggers, pretty much guaranteed. More or less, what are you doing down there, guy? That is not a good place to die. Fuck that, you're on your own. You died in a bad spot. N7 Vanguard a little too squishy for charging into there. So now, N7 Slayer, new and improved with Falcon, lightweight caster Falcon. Lightweight caster Falcon. Still have talent for bosses, and Phase Disruptor now better equipped to deal with Reapers, and still pretty damn good with dealing everything else with the man, I cannot talk today. I'm losing my train of thought. Tech Burst, very good. Never underestimate the power of Tech Burst. Look at this big crowd of pyro. I don't give a shit. I'll charge through anything. See, no problem. They don't even have a chance. Charge into those groups of hunters and pyros and rocketeers and all that fun stuff, and no shits will be given. It's just got staggers for days. Plus, having increased shield regen. Actually, it's not shield regen completely. Shield recharge delay. There's shield recharge delay and shield recharge speed, both completely different things. Shield recharge delay is you know, the downtime from, like, let's say you get that, they bring down your shield. I think once it starts regenerating, that's shield recharge delay, and shield recharge speed is, you know, after that delay has been gone through. It's, has once the shields are restarted, that's where shield regen speed kicks in. So 2 completely different things, but they do have very good synergy with each other. I don't use the stronghold package anymore. Oh wait, actually, I'm not even using the multi-capacity because that's shield regen speed as well. Sorry about that. It's just shield power cells. Yeah, not sure what percentage they give. With the mental focuser, because Phase Disruptor is a hard-hitting ability. It's 780 at base. That would be 40% more with the charge bonus, and then another 12% from mental focuser, which is what I'm using. And you know, there will be those times, like, you know, in those upload objectives where it's probably not very wise to charge. And you know, Phase Disruptor on its own is a little on the weak side, even, you know, against armor. So let's give it that little extra boost that it needs. See, Tech Burst. Tech, do not sleep on Tech Burst. Oh, and this is fucking Health Gate ruined. Damn hunters. I lost my train of thought again. God damn, I am just terrible today. I see you, asshole rocket hunter, rocket trooper. See, not bad. You get a falcon shot, disruptor proc, phase disruptor, and it took that rocket trooper to half on the granted. The rocket trooper does have the lowest health in the game out of all the units, except maybe swarmers, but swarmers don't really count. Oh, look at these double tapping rockets, my favorite. Oh, that's a Geth. Could have been dangerous if the Geth Prime turned around. God, there's just so many rockets. Everything coming for me. Oh, so Tech Bursts, the way their damage is decided is they function pretty much very identically to biotic combos do. In the way that the higher the abilities are, the rank of the abilities are, the harder your Tech Burst will hit. And how that works with disruptor ammo is disruptor ammo counts as a rank 1 power, and so it would be you know, let's say phase disruptor. Phase disruptor would be rank 6. Disruptor would be rank 1. And it would do, I think it does, I'm not sure if this is before or after like shield damage bonuses, but it does 1100 damage. Now I'm not sure if that's normally, I have to look that up. And I'll give the old spreadsheet a look after this game is over, before I go over the powers, so I get my numbers right. But pretty much what I'm getting at is, like, if you disrupt like a rank 6 overload, that's going to do more damage than disruptor ammo is. Obviously, you know, disruptor ammo, very powerful. The fact that, you know, you can set off Tech Burst pretty much, you know, in abundance, whereas, you know, overload hampered by cooldown. Disruptor ammo pretty much only hampered by how fast you can mash the button on your gun, and, you know, cooldown of your powers. So gotta keep that disruptor ammo in line, but, you know, still 3 Tech Bursts back to back to back. Maybe not back to back to back. God damn fucking Geth turrets, pain in my ass. Hate those things. So rank 6 disruptor ammo functions as rank 1, and it's the same throughout. Well, I already staggered him. There's no point in charging. What the fuck? Okay, you're welcome. Pyro shoving it up my butt, and I think that was a Geth. Yep, Geth Prime from across the goddamn map. Hate Geth Primes. Gotta make me play smart shit. Pain in my ass. They won't have. I don't think I'll have to worry about turrets here. So it does not matter. Rank 1 disruptor or rank 4 disruptor does not make a difference in regards to the Tech Burst damage. I don't know. I don't really know the difference between rank 1 and 4 disruptor ammo itself, anyway. But I would assume it does more damage to shields higher the rank, and maybe it has something to do with the effects. Chance of proccing the effect. Who knows? I don't know. I'll leave that to the designated testers on the BioWare social network. That's not where I get all my information, by the way. Is going to their multiplayer forums, official multiplayer forums. Very good way to get information. Usually this information probably not going to make you a better player, but it is nice to know. I guess it will make you a player because you'll know, in some cases, you'll know what to get and what not to get. Like, for instance, the, let's see, the Incinerate combo for Cryoblast. You know, the Incinerate gets a 100% damage bonus for hitting chilled or frozen targets. That only works against frozen targets, so that means... Actually, I'm not even sure if it works on frozen targets. That might actually be bugged too. This guy needs to stop dying. Cannot take care of you like this. Yeah, get on. Show anger, Slayers. Lieutenant Bastard Cyber Liu Kang. This is what you do. Can we charge? Well, I didn't want to charge that. We'll make it work. Okay, we won't make it work. Gotta be careful with fucking Geth Prime and their turrets and their combat drones because they leave an invisible corpse for a couple of seconds, like 3 or 4 seconds, maybe even longer. So I gotta be careful. So, like, if you're looking at, like, I remember someone was pointing out that, why does my Rieger not do as much damage as your Rieger against Geth Prime? And chances are it's because you're shooting the corpse of the Geth combat drone and not the actual Geth Prime. That's why you saw me, if you were paying, you know, close enough attention to the finer details, so to say. I was aiming for their head because combat drones, their corpses are not that big. They're at waist level, so just aim above or position yourself accordingly. Just pay attention to where they die. You cannot shoot through. Well, I guess you can shoot through, like, the invisible corpses, but it will be at reduced damage, so be sure to take care. Fighting the Geth. Pain in the ass. They just keep getting cheaper and cheaper. Uh-oh. Just keep charging. So anyway, the Cryo combo for Incinerate and Cryoblast is bugged for those respective talents. You will not be doubling the damage of your Incinerate. And I only knew that because I read it on the forums. I mean, I would have never really known if on the... would have never really known playing it around myself. And there's actually a very informative thread that's like tests like the finer details of this game. So, how exactly does like warps, debuff, affect. God damn, Geth Prime everywhere. Probably should have phase disrupted before I backed off. I'm not sure what he's doing over there. All right, buddy, you're gonna have to meta gel out of that one. It's like warp debuff, tack scan. You know how beneficial tack scan is. Snap freeze, armor debuffing. Did you know that the cryo shield, the paladin cryo shield, does not work? Doesn't work. The debuff does not work. Oh, God, he's out here. Very good at missiles, sir. And oh God, please stay around that corner. Yeah, very. Oh, I like this guy. I guess he's ranked 7,000 for a reason. Please be over here. Please be over here. Of course, it's over there. Okay, and away he goes. Yeah, probably should have expected that. Goddamn staggers. Tell me I can get this through. Okay. Please don't let the height advantage hit me. Very good. Please don't let me get snuck up on either. Watch me get fucking gibbed as soon as I stand up. Okay. That could have been bad. This is a bad position to be in. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, fuck you and your double tapping rockets. let's see, what else do I know? Typhoon, not really bugged. Neural Shock actually increases the damage of Overload, and it's speculated that it actually ends up increasing damage to shields because I think it has something to do with like double dipping or something like that. Maybe? I don't know. But if you're looking to get some more information, why could I not? Of course, I was staggered to shit. 2 Geth Prime shooting me. Probably gonna make that happen. Fucking assholes think they're smart. Fuck you, I got teleporting. So when I was talking about like Reeve in the Justicar video, it functions like a spear. The Phase Disruptor is the same exact way, though. That was probably a bit more obvious that Phase Disruptor works that way. So you can abuse, you know, shooting around corners, shooting ceilings. Just be very creative with how you aim this ability. Just putting that out there. So reading forums, good way to increase your overall knowledge of the game. I pretty much do that for just about every game that I play. Maybe not every game, but, you know, a good amount of games. Oh, this is the power of the N7 Slayer. Do not. So, gotta watch out for the pyros in the back. Can't stagger everything. Ah, damn desk getting in the way. Reading forums, great way to learn about the game you're trying to play. Good source of information. Would probably end up learning something that you didn't know before that will end up making you better. Something that doesn't work, you know, the way it reads, or, you know, clarification. Just a good thing to do. I'm gonna save 07 Master. Yeah, I don't even think the Vorchas used Metagel once. Just kind of all around leeching. That jerk. Yeah, I don't think I want to fuck with the Geth Primes too much. Pain in my ass. Can't charge them. So, you can charge them. It's just that Phase Disruptor can set off their stagger. And that's not really something you want to happen against the bosses too much because, you know, when you charge, it's not a very, I guess in regards to like bosses, it's a very dangerous thing to do because they can preempt your charge with like a melee attack and stagger you and fucking kill you, and you charge and you instantly lost your shields right off the bat. So when you're charging bosses, especially Geth Primes and Atlas, you gotta be careful. Or do it when you stagger them on the Phase Disruptor, because charge will not always stagger them, and once they get staggered once by anything, they will build up a resistance to it. Who the fuck wasn't in the LZ? I bet it was the Vorcha. Always the goddamn Vorcha. Yep, was the Vorcha. Who called it? But N7 Slayer, very unknown capable, and with the buffs to the Falcon, look at that, 171 recharge speed with your minion killer, you got your boss killer. You have to use ultralight materials for that, though if you were feeling a little dangerous, you could use, you know, whatever else. Oh, that would work. Let's go ahead and back out of here. Let me see how much damage a Tech Burst do. Here, beep. Okay, so I was right. Disruptor Tech Burst on gold will be hitting for just under 1200 damage, whereas in platinum it's going to be doing 1535, and that is the damage doubled for hitting shields. At base it does just under 600 damage on gold, 767 damage on platinum, so it doesn't hit too hard, but you know, since it's an AoE source of damage that is pretty much damn near spammable at will, and it makes sense that it's weak. So Disruptor Tech Burst on gold is going to be hitting for under 1200 damage, but a 6+6 Tech Burst, that means like rank 6 Phase Disruptor with a rank 6 overload, that is going to be hitting for 1700 damage. So it hits harder, but it's a little bit harder to set up and not as spammable. So there that is. I'll actually link that spreadsheet in the description of the video. This will probably be pretty handy to look at. You know, the more you know, the more better. So let's take a look at the goods here. standard charge. And since they buff Vanguards, though I don't think this one needed it, always go with area charge. Always. AoE crowd control is very, very good. The more AoE crowd control you got, the less damage you and your teammates are going to take. So it makes everyone all around more survivable. Phase Disruptor. Not much has changed, except switch to armor damage. And as you can see in combination with Disruptor Ammo and Tech Burst, this is pretty much not needed. Though depending on what you're going for, you know, your mileage may vary. But for unknown purposes, I think you should go with armor damage. But if you find yourself picking Cerberus, more often than not, go with shield damage. Because all their units except Atlas and turrets are weak anyway, so they don't really count, all have shields. 7 Slayer. Pretty much this is focused on power damage and weight reduction. You want that cooldown as short as possible, and this is a good one because it reduces the weight of all weapons by 20%, and not just like a specific class of weapons like, you know, shotguns, like the I think Krogan and Batarian have. This is a good one. Don't sleep out on this one. Fitness, straight shields. Shield recharge delay, combine that with shield power cells, you'll be able to spam Phase Disruptor with a fairly good consistency if you are not able to charge. So, no points in Biotic Slash, don't care for it, too clunky, obnoxious, I hate this ability. I would only use it if I was playing with a Reeve bot more often than not, but Reeve kind of few and far in between these days, so not a big fan of Biotic Slash. Phase Disruptor is just so damn good. Plus, it has infinite range. Huh? Gotta think about that one, too. Just gotta learn how to aim it. Combine it with Mental Focuser, extra 12%. And be sure to go with Mental Focuser, the 12% power damage, because when it says power damage, if it's a power, it's going to add damage to it. So they would add damage to everything. You know, Incinerate, Warp, Throw, Phase Disruptor, Proximity Mine, Overload. You know, this increases the powers of everything, whereas something like, you know, this is only going to benefit, you know, Overload, Incinerate, so on and so forth. Phase Disruptor is counted as a combat ability. So if it was a tech power, you know, getting all those Phase Disruptor kills would get you tech damage medals, and, you know, I got plenty of Phase Disruptor kills that game, but no tech medal, so this would not help it. And you would think it's a biotic power. Let's see, where is it? Commando package. You would think it's a biotic power, but, you know, just the same, you know, I got plenty of kills with Phase Disruptor, but no biotic kill medals. Or maybe I didn't get a biotic kill medal, but those were all from biotic charge. So when you're looking at gear, go with the Mental Focuser if you're looking to increase its damage, because on biotic damage, tech damage, no bueno. So that's pretty much, I guess, another edition of Unknown and Unknown Adventures with your favorite Lieutenant Bastard Cyber Liu Kang. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and as always, be soup.